In the quiet industrial town of Millbrook, nestled in the heart of northern England, Emma Bennett's life was a testament to quiet determination. At 28, she carried the weight of single motherhood with a resilience that seemed to defy her small frame. The early morning light crept through the thin curtains of their modest two-bedroom apartment, revealing a world of careful preparation and unspoken struggles. Lucy, her 7-year-old daughter, sat at the small kitchen table, her school uniform, neatly pressed, backpack carefully packed. Emma moved with practiced efficiency, spreading butter on toast, filling a water bottle, and checking Lucy's homework folder. Every movement was a calculated dance of survival and love. The factory where Emma worked as a cleaning supervisor loomed like a giant metal beast on the edge of town. She had been working there for 5 years, taking every shift she could, cleaning every corner with a meticulousness that spoke of her deeper ambitions. Her colleagues respected her, though they rarely saw the exhaustion behind her determined smile. Mornings were always the same. Emma would wake at 5:30, shower quickly, prepare breakfast, and ensure Lucy was ready for school. The local community center offered an early morning program, a blessing for working mothers like her. As she dropped Lucy off, she would exchange quick smiles with other parents, each understanding the silent struggle of making ends meet. Her late husband, James, had been gone for 3 years now. A workplace accident had stolen him away, leaving Emma to rebuild their shattered world. The compensation was minimal, barely covering the funeral expenses and leaving her with a mountain of unexpected bills. But Emma was not one to be defeated. At the factory, she was more than just a cleaning supervisor. She was the eyes and ears of the management, noticing every detail, fixing problems before they became significant issues. Her supervisor, Mr. Thompson, had begun to take notice of her exceptional work ethic. Life was a constant balancing act. After work, Emma would pick up Lucy, help her with homework, prepare dinner, and then spend her evenings studying. Online courses became her lifeline, a potential ticket to a better future. She would sit at the small kitchen table, textbooks spread out, Lucy quietly drawing or reading nearby. Money was always tight. Emma had mastered the art of budgeting, knowing exactly how much could be spent on groceries, how to stretch a pound, and when to say no to even the smallest luxuries. Her wardrobe was simple, her expenses minimal. Every extra penny went into Lucy's education fund. The apartment told a story of practical living. Second-hand furniture, carefully maintained. Walls decorated with Lucy's artwork and family photographs. A small bookshelf packed with educational books and a few treasured novels. Everything had its place. Everything served a purpose. Lucy was her motivation. Smart and observant, the young girl understood more than most children her age. She had inherited her mother's determination and resilience. Sometimes, when Emma would look tired, Lucy would bring her a cup of tea, pat her hand and say, "It's going to be okay, Mum." The community knew Emma as the hard-working single mother who never complained. At school events, church gatherings, and local shops, people would nod in respect. She had become a symbol of quiet strength, of a woman who refused to be defined by her circumstances. Her nights were often short. After Lucy was asleep, Emma would review her study materials, plan the next day's meals, check their tight budget, and occasionally allow herself a moment of reflection. These were the moments when memories of James would flood back. Their dreams, their plans, the life they had imagined. But Emma was not one to dwell on what could have been. She was focused on what could be. Every challenge was an opportunity, every setback a lesson. Her world revolved around Lucy, around creating a future filled with possibility. As dawn would break, casting a soft light over Millbrook, Emma would be up ready to face another day. Her story was not about grand gestures or dramatic transformations. It was about the simple, extraordinary power of a mother's love, of human resilience, of hope that refuses to be extinguished. The end. The factory floor hummed with its usual monotonous rhythm, machinery clicking and workers moving methodically through their daily tasks. Emma Bennett moved between cleaning stations, her keen eye catching every detail that others might miss. Most workers saw her as just another cleaning supervisor, But Mr. Thompson, the veteran shift manager, saw something more. One Wednesday morning, a management meeting was scheduled to discuss internal promotions. The company needed a new team, leader, someone who understood the intricate workings of the factory, someone reliable and hard-working. Mr. Thompson had been quietly observing Emma for months. During lunch break, he watched her interact with different departments. She knew every worker by name, understood their challenges, and had an uncanny ability to solve problems before they became significant issues. Her efficiency was remarkable. Where others saw routine, Emma saw opportunity for improvement. Lucy's school photograph sat in a small frame attached to Emma's cleaning cart, a constant reminder of why she worked so hard. Some colleagues had noticed how meticulously she managed her work, always preparing, always thinking ahead. Her resilience was becoming legendary among the factory workers. The factory owner, Richard Matthews, was looking for someone who could bring fresh energy to the management team. He wanted someone who understood the ground-level operations, someone who could bridge the gap between workers and upper management. Little did he know that Emma was about to change everything. During her cleaning rounds, Emma would often make small suggestions to different departments. She noticed inefficiencies in stock management, suggested better cleaning protocols that could save time and money, and always maintained a professional demeanor. Her intelligence was quiet but powerful. Mr. Thompson decided to recommend her for the position. He knew the other managers might be skeptical. A cleaning supervisor becoming a team leader seemed unlikely. But he had seen her potential, her education courses, her dedication, her understanding of the factory's operations made her the perfect candidate. The promotion would mean a significant salary increase, something that could change Emma and Lucy's entire life. It represented more than just a job change. It was a chance to create a better future. Emma had no idea that her life was about to transform. Lucy had been her greatest motivation. Every evening she would share stories about her mother's hard work. "My mum can do anything," she would tell her school friends, her eyes bright with admiration. Emma's determination had become a source of inspiration for her daughter. The factory was more than just a workplace for Emma. It was her lifeline, her opportunity to provide a stable life for Lucy. She had learned to navigate its complex systems, understand its rhythms, and always remain professional. Mr. Thompson watched her from a distance, knowing that recommending her would be a risk. She was young, a single mother, and came from a cleaning background. But he believed in her potential more than her current position. The management team would soon meet to discuss potential candidates. Emma continued her work, unaware that her entire life was about to change. Her cleaning cart moved smoothly between machinery, her movements efficient and purposeful. Lucy's future depended on this moment. Emma's dreams of further education, of providing a stable life, of creating opportunities beyond their current circumstances, hung in a delicate balance. Years of hard work, of studying late at night, of sacrificing personal comfort were about to be tested. The factory's fluorescent lights flickered overhead, casting long shadows across the industrial floor. Emma continued her work, her mind focused, her spirit unbroken. She represented thousands of working-class women, resilient, determined, capable of extraordinary things. Little did she know that Mr. Thompson was about to change her life forever. A simple recommendation, a moment of recognition, was preparing to transform her world. The unexpected opportunity was waiting, just beyond the horizon of her daily routine. Her cleaning cart moved forward, a symbol of her journey, practical, efficient, ready for whatever challenge might come next. The end. The morning of the interview arrived with a crisp autumn chill. Emma stood in front of her small mirror, carefully adjusting her navy blue suit, the one she had saved for months to purchase. Her hands trembled slightly, but her eyes reflected determination that could move mountains. Lucy had helped her prepare the night before. "You'll be amazing, Mum," she had said, carefully ironing the shirt collar and helping her mother choose the right accessories. The young girl's confidence was a source of strength Emma desperately needed. The factory's conference room felt intimidating. 5 senior managers sat behind a long wooden table, their expressions unreadable. Emma could feel their eyes examining her, a cleaning supervisor who dared to apply for a management position. She knew what they were thinking. She was too young, too inexperienced, too different. Mr. Thompson had slipped her a small note before entering. "Be yourself," it read. Those 3 words became her silent mantra. The interview began with standard questions about her background. Emma spoke clearly, her voice steady despite her racing heart. She shared her journey, a single mother who had worked her way up, who had studied in the evenings, who understood the factory's operations better than anyone. "Tell us about a time you solved a significant workplace problem," one manager asked, his pen poised over the evaluation sheet. Emma didn't hesitate. She detailed how she had identified a waste management issue that was costing the company thousands of pounds annually. Her solution had been simple yet effective, a new sorting system that improved efficiency and reduced unnecessary expenses. The managers exchanged glances. This was not the typical response they expected from a cleaning supervisor. Another manager challenged her. "How would you manage a team of experienced workers who might not respect your authority?" The question was a deliberate test. Emma understood the underlying message. They were questioning her ability to lead. She spoke about respect, about understanding each worker's strengths, about creating a collaborative environment. Her answer came from years of working closely with factory employees, of understanding their challenges and aspirations. Outside the conference room, Lucy waited with Mr. Thompson. The old manager had become an unexpected guardian angel, believing in Emma's potential when others saw only limitations. He knew the interview was more than just a job opportunity. It was a chance to break through invisible barriers. Emma shared stories of efficiency improvements she had quietly implemented. She spoke about her night studies, her commitment to personal growth, her vision for the factory's future. Each word was carefully chosen, each example a testament to her capabilities. The managers asked about her education, her experience, her understanding of management principles. Emma was honest. She didn't have a traditional business degree, but she had something more valuable: practical experience and an unwavering commitment to improvement. Her mind drifted momentarily to Lucy, to the struggles they had overcome together. This interview was about more than just a job. It was about creating a better future, about showing her daughter that opportunities come to those who prepare and persist. One of the senior managers asked about her greatest challenge. Emma spoke about losing her husband, about raising a child, alone, about continuing her education while working full-time. Her vulnerability became her strength. The interview lasted an hour, though it felt like both an eternity and a mere moment. As Emma walked out, she felt a mix of exhaustion and hope. She had been completely, authentically herself. Mr. Thompson waited with the encouraging smile. "You did well," he said, placing a supportive hand on her shoulder. Lucy ran towards her, hugging her tightly, sensing the emotional weight of the moment. The decision would come soon. Emma knew that regardless of the outcome, she had shown her true self. She had proven that potential is not defined by current position, but by determination, intelligence, and heart. As they walked home, the autumn sun casting long shadows, Emma felt a sense of peace. Whatever happened, she had already won by believing in herself. The end. The phone call came on a rainy Tuesday morning. Emma's hands shook as she listened to the factory manager's words. She had been selected for the management position, a promotion that would change everything. Lucy danced around the small apartment, her excitement infectious. "We did it, Mum!" she shouted, hugging Emma tightly. The first thing Emma did was open a savings account for Lucy's future education, carefully depositing the first installment of her increased salary. The workplace transformed around her. Colleagues who had once looked down on her now sought her advice. Emma's leadership style was different. She understood the workers' challenges because she had been one of them. She implemented small but significant changes that improved workplace morale and productivity. Her first team meeting was a nervous moment. 20 experienced workers looked at her, some with skepticism, others with curiosity. Emma spoke honestly about her vision, creating a workplace that valued every single employee, regardless of their position. Mr. Thompson watched from the sidelines, pride filling his eyes. He had seen something in Emma that others had missed, her extraordinary ability to connect, to understand, to lead. The factory began to change. Emma introduced flexible working, hours for parents, implemented better safety protocols, and created a mentorship program for younger workers. Her ideas came from her own experiences, the struggles of balancing work and family, the importance of opportunity. Lucy's life changed, too. No longer worried about money, Emma could now afford additional educational support. The young girl started taking music lessons, her dreams expanding with each passing month. Her confidence grew, mirroring her mother's journey. Emma's nights were no longer just about studying and surviving. She could now plan, dream, imagine a future full of possibilities. The tiny apartment that had once felt like a limitation now felt like a launching pad for their dreams. Her colleagues began to see her differently. Sarah, from accounting, a single mother herself, approached Emma one day. "You're changing things," she said, her eyes filled with hope. "You're showing us that anything is possible." The factory owner, Mr. Matthews, noticed the improvements. Productivity increased, worker satisfaction improved, and the overall atmosphere became more positive. Emma had done what many thought impossible. She had transformed the workplace culture. Every decision Emma made was thoughtful. She remembered her own struggles, the days of counting every penny, the nights of worry and uncertainty. Now she could help others avoid those same challenges. Lucy became her biggest supporter. She would help her mother prepare for meetings, listening intently as Emma discussed workplace strategies. The young girl was learning valuable lessons about leadership, determination, and compassion. The financial stability brought unexpected joys. Emma could now afford a small holiday, something they had never experienced before. A weekend trip to the seaside became a magical moment of celebration, a reward for years of hard work and persistence. Her colleagues started calling her a role model. Young women in the factory began to see a different path, one of education, determination, and possibility. Emma's story was becoming an inspiration. Mr. Thompson retired that year, but not before ensuring Emma was fully supported in her new role. "You're going to do great things," he told her during his farewell party. His belief in her had been the first step of her incredible journey. The transformation was not just professional, but personal. Emma began to heal from the loss of her husband, finding strength in her new role and her daughter's love. She realized that life was about moving forward, about creating opportunities, about hope. Lucy watched her mother with admiration. She understood now that challenges were not obstacles, but opportunities. Every evening they would sit together, sharing stories, planning futures, dreaming of possibilities. The factory became more than just a workplace. It became a community, a place of support, a platform for growth. And at the center of this transformation was Emma, a woman who had turned her struggles into strength. As the first year of her management role came to a close, Emma looked back with pride. She had not just changed her life, she had created a pathway for others to follow. The end 5 years had passed since Emma's unexpected promotion. The small industrial town of Millbrook looked different now, more hopeful, more vibrant. And at the center of this transformation was Emma Bennett, a woman who had become a symbol of resilience and possibility. Her modest 2-bedroom apartment was now a comfortable home. Lucy, now 12, had blossomed into a confident young student. The walls were filled with her artwork, school certificates, and family photographs that told a story of triumph and love. Emma had completed her part-time business management degree, graduating with honors. Her colleagues had supported her journey, watching her balance work, study, and motherhood with remarkable grace. The factory had become more than just a workplace. It was a community she had helped build. Her mentorship program had become a local success story. Young women from the community would seek her advice, inspired by her journey from a cleaning supervisor to a respected manager. Emma shared her experiences openly, believing that every struggle could be a stepping stone to success. Lucy had inherited her mother's determination. Excellent in her studies, she was now taking music lessons and dreaming of future possibilities. The financial stability Emma had created allowed her daughter to explore opportunities she could never have imagined before. The factory had transformed under Emma's leadership. Worker satisfaction was at an all-time high, productivity had increased, and the workplace culture had become a model for other local businesses. Mr. Matthews, the factory owner, often spoke about Emma as his most valuable asset. Every Sunday, Emma would host a small gathering for single parents in the community. They would share experiences, offer support, and help each other navigate life's challenges. Her home became a beacon of hope for many struggling families. Mr. Thompson, now retired, would sometimes visit. His eyes would fill with pride as he watched Emma interact with her team, remembering the young cleaning supervisor he had first believed in. Their friendship had become a testament to the power of mentorship. Lucy's school recognized Emma's contributions to the community. She was invited to speak at career days, sharing her story of perseverance and hard work. Young students would listen, their eyes wide with inspiration. The financial stability allowed Emma to give back. She started a small scholarship fund for children of factory workers, ensuring that education remained accessible to those who needed it most. Her own experiences had taught her the value of opportunity. Weekends were sacred family time. Emma and Lucy would take short trips, explore nearby towns, create memories that were once impossible. They would laugh, share stories, plan futures filled with hope and possibility. Her colleagues had become her extended family. The workplace was no longer just about work. It was about support, growth, and mutual respect. Emma had created an environment where everyone felt valued regardless of their position. The town began to recognize Emma's impact. Local newspapers featured her story, highlighting how one person's determination could create widespread change. She became a role model for working mothers, for those struggling to create a better life. Lucy's dreams expanded with each passing year. She talked about becoming a musician, a business leader, an entrepreneur. Emma listened, her heart full of pride, knowing that she had created a foundation of possibility for her daughter. The scars of losing her husband had slowly healed. Emma had transformed her grief into strength, her challenges into opportunities. She had shown that life could be rewritten, that new chapters could always be created. Her management style was unique, compassionate, understanding, focused on human potential. She knew that every worker had a story, every struggle was an opportunity for growth. This philosophy had become her greatest professional strength. As another year ended, Emma reflected on her journey. From a struggling single mother to a respected community leader, her story was a testament to the power of persistence, education, and love. Lucy would often ask about their journey. Emma would smile, sharing stories of their struggles and triumphs. "We did this together," she would say, hugging her daughter tight, "and we can do anything." The small industrial town of Millbrook had changed, and at the heart of this transformation was Emma Bennett, a woman who had turned her struggles into a beacon of hope for others. The end